Okay, I have a confession to make. I made a mistake. I've reviewed a lot of New American Standard Bibles from the Lockman Foundation over the years. These are the two newest ones, and I made a mistake by not making this an unboxing video. I honestly didn't really think, oh, I thought these are new Bibles. I don't know that they're going to be that cool that I need to do an unboxing video. But then I opened up the first one and I was like, oh, this looks really good. In fact, the first thing I thought in my mind was, this looks like it was done by 2K Denmark. Sure enough, I flipped to the front of the Bible, designed and typeset by 2K Denmark. Then I opened the second one and I went, wow, I really like this Bible. Same thing, designed and typeset by 2K Denmark. These Bibles feel different than some of the other things we have seen from the Lockman Foundation in recent years. And I really wish that I would have had you with me as I was unboxing them so you could have seen my initial reactions. Now, I can still show them to you and tell you what I like about them, but I really do think they turned out great. And so I feel like I've let you down a little bit by not allowing you to have that moment with me, because I was pleasantly surprised by these Bibles. So which one I'm going to start with this one over here. This one right here is called the NASB Reader's Bible. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you know often Reader's Bibles are Bibles that do not include verse numbers, chapter numbers, section headings, those sorts of things. That's not exactly what this is. So this is the NASB 2020 Reader's Bible. This one is in this, I love that they've been doing this olive linen cloth over board. They did this in another Bible earlier this year. Look at that. That is really nice. It comes with a couple of ribbons in here. There's like a dark ribbon and then a lighter ribbon. It looks really, really nice, clean cut. And what's interesting about this Bible is that when you open it up, I would say, even from the table of contents, it's the most modern NASB Bible I've ever seen from the Lockman Foundation. Just look at that table of contents and how clean and easy to read that is. It's just, it kind of feels like a modern Bible. And then you open it up and then sure enough, you've got the text of Scripture in a single column, very well spaced, line matched typesetting, where it still has the chapter numbers and the verse numbers, but it puts them on the inside margin. So there you see paragraph format, and then all of the verses are here on the inside. So the text of Scripture is free of verse numbers, footnotes, chapter numbers, things like that. All of that is moved into the inside margin. You can even see here that they have some drop caps. So there is a drop cap on that page, that in there, you see that? Kind of a very cool modern drop cap. So I love this. It gives you the text of the NASB in a very it's a reader's Bible, that's what it's called, a very reader-friendly format. And it doesn't completely remove all of the verse numbers. They're there when you need them. Now, obviously, because they're on the inside margin, the verse is not exactly where the verse begins. It's on the inside. So it's basically saying that verse starts on that line. So this is not going to be the perfect Bible for you if you need to reference verse by verse. Obviously, that's not the case, but it's a really great Bible to just immerse yourself and read. The typeface is very modern and very fun to read. The text is line matched. It gets into a really cool, interesting 2-column format when you get to poetic places like Psalms and Proverbs and places throughout poetry where you have a line in the middle and it's got the verse numbers on either side of that for either side of the column. I've never really seen anything quite like this. There are Bibles like this. A lot of people may think of the Schuyler Traveris does something similar with the margins, but even I have vintage Bibles from the 60s and 70s that took this concept and moved the verses to the margin to kind of clean it up a little bit. And I just think it looks really, really nice. Again, one of those things where I'm thinking Lockman Foundation, pretty traditional, straightforward reference Bibles, things like that. This is just something totally different. And for me, it really works. It looks really, really great. You get some Bible maps in the back. It doesn't have cross-references. It doesn't have a concordance. It's just a Bible that you're designed to sit down and read. They made it in this green edition. They also made a very beautiful brown, look at that, marbled brown. They call it leather tex is their synthetic leather. That's really, really cool. This version has some gold gilding on the pages. It's also got 2 ribbons, but you can see on the inside, it's exactly the same. So if you want kind of a slightly more leather option feel, but to have a synthetic leather that's still affordable, you can go with this version. So right now, I think they've only made the 2020 Reader's Bible available in these 2 editions, the brown synthetic leather and then the green cloth hardcover. Both look fantastic. The Reader's Bible. Let me walk you through the specs of this Bible. So it's got the 2020 NASB text. It's a mid-sized Bible, about 5.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall and about 1.5 inches thick. It's Smythe sewn. It's a line matched typesetting, single column with the poetry as I showed you in 2 columns, black letter text throughout, and then it's got a couple of satin ribbons. And then again, other than the text of scripture, it's got some Bible maps. So really, really great. The 2020 NASB Reader's Bible. I think that's really cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. The next one, this is more, I think, geared towards kind of the Bible journaling community. This is called the Beauty of Scripture Bible. Another single column, wider margin Bible, but this one still has the verse numbers in the traditional places, the chapter numbers in the traditional places. But as soon as you open this up, you got to be careful, right? You call a Bible the Beauty of Scripture Bible. It needs to be beautiful. It needs to really look nice. And you know what? They did a great job. The things that I notice about this Bible are that it uses kind of these gold accents on the page for the verse numbers and the chapter headings and the chapter numbers. It's got just a really beautiful attention to detail. And then it's got this gold kind of floral design on every single page. So here I am in the book of Esther. So there you have it. Big, wide margins, tons of space in the margins to note. But then do you see that floral design? So there's a goldish floral design on the edges of the page, but it's not so dark that you couldn't take notes there. This Bible is designed for you to take notes, but they've put this floral design on the page. And then did you see how like chapter 2 of Esther there, it's like a gold 2, and then the verse numbers in there are gold. It kind of makes it feel similar to the Reader's Bible in that the verses don't jump out to you. They're not bold. They're kind of faintly there, but you're still able to find your place. But again, they've done this really thoughtfully. The text is moved out from the gutter, so you're not having to dive into the gutter to read it. You've got tons of space on the outside. It's just, again, simple, clean, very modern. It's a different typeface than what's in here. It actually looks like the Bible serif typeface that 2K Denmark created that a lot of other Bible publishers use. My guess is that's what it is. But man, this is a lovely Bible. Look at how flat this one lays as well. It's big and wide. So if you are a journaler, a note taker, I think this Bible is going to do really well for you. Same thing as the other Bible. It's got some Bible maps in the back, no other reference material or anything like that. So you got that all in there. So the specs on this Bible are a similar, did I say this one has, the only downside of this one over here, sorry, I don't know if I mentioned this one, it has an 8.5 point typeface. A little small, but still really readable. It's very, very readable. So, and it's kind of a more modern looking design. This Bible has an even larger typeface. It's going to be a 9.25 typeface, a little bit of a wider Bible. It's going to be 6.25 inches wide, which you can see that when you open it up, and 8.25 inches tall. It's also Smythe sewn. It's also line matched. It's a single column paragraph format throughout, including in the poetic places. It's got a minimum set of translator notes at the bottom of the page, not a whole lot of them, not the full suite of notes that you're going to get with the NASB. And then it's also got the black letter text throughout. And this one comes in 4 available options. They only sent me this one, which is the teal leather text. They also made it in a tan leather text. I'm going to throw a photo in. I think this one looks really good online. The tan looks really nice. And then a purple leather text. So you have 3 options. They're going to look similar to this. It's got that floral design on the outside. It says the beauty of scripture on the spine there, and that floral design goes there. So 3 different options like that. And then they also made a hardcover edition of this as well. It's not the linen look. It's more of a traditional hardcover Bible. So 4 options for the Beauty of Scripture Bible, 2 options for the NASB 2020 Reader's Bible. Both of them. Do you see what I'm saying now? I opened these up and thought, oh, different vibe. I don't know if they have, I honestly don't know if they have worked with 2K Denmark. I know they have worked with 2K Denmark in the past because they designed some of their reference Bibles. It seems to me like they let 2K Denmark do a little bit of stuff with these Bibles and really kind of create some interesting ideas. I could, if folks from Lockman, if I'm not giving you enough credit, you should let me know. I just think that these are different. I would use the word modern. I have probably said that a few times in this video. They have a more of a modern flair, which really makes sense to me with the updated NASB 2020 text. And so if you're a fan of the New American Standard Bible and you want something different, that's often the NASB is kind of really closely connected to reference and study. But this is more like, hey, let's read, let's journal, let's write. I really, really like that. These turned out absolutely fantastic. These are available. They're out there right now. I will put links in the video descriptions where you can find them online and see what all of the current pricing is. And if you have questions about these, please drop those in the comments and let me know. I'll get back to you with a response. Thank you so much to the Lockman Foundation for sending these to me so that I could share them with you. Say thank you to them in the comments if you think about it. And definitely, please hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not a channel member already, you can click the join button beneath any one of my videos, or there's a link in the video description that says become a channel member. A small monthly fee really goes a long way to support my work. And we're kind of ramping things up for channel members this fall. We're doing some new fun stuff to stay connected with them in a special way and give them some special inside perks. So stay tuned for more of that as well. The NASB 2020 Reader's Bible and the NASB 2020 Beauty of Scripture Bible from the Lockman Foundation. These turned out awesome. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.